All right, welcome back. This is Still Whiskey. I'm Devin.
I'm Vince.
And I'm Rich.
And today we've got a special one. Act 11, Midwinter's Night Dram. Just came out today. We're going to review it, tell you how it is.
Let's go.
All right, so like I said, we've got Act 11 from Highwest of Midwinter's Night Dram. Was released for us today. We got it today. You'll be seeing this a little, hopefully not too many days later after that.
Very excited for
Yeah,
this.
no, it's gonna be good. I think we've gotten the last, 8, 9, 10, 11?
Plus-
we got
plus
Encore
Encore.
last year. Yeah, so super excited about this one. It's become kind of a hot topic for some people because of the price increases and the quality.
hype,
Some
lot of
people
hype.
think it's going down. So
Well, they used to cost what, $99?
Yeah.
I think. A few years ago, jumped it up to $125, I think, last year.
yep.
But this year, also $125 MSRP.
Right.
What I'll say about this bottle is a big fan. Love having it on my shelf. It's not something I go to very often.
Yeah.
But I do love, and we were talking about this a little bit earlier, I love that it gets released in fall.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
Because for fall,
Yeah.
leaves falling, crackling fire, it is like that winter warmer,
Yep.
Christmassy vibe, kind of like a midwinter night.
Yep.
And this is the dram you want to drink.
Yeah,
There you
and if you haven't
See what I did
been
there?
to Highwest,
I like
if you
it.
haven't been to their distillery right now, all the leaves are
Oh,
changing.
it's so pretty. Yeah.
Like
Oh my
up
gosh.
it on the way to the distillery, like it fits the typical vibe
Yeah.
of what this tastes like, what this smells like, which is you're opening it, having it on Christmas morning type
This
thing.
is fabulous.
Yeah.
I already think I like the smell of this better than Act 10.
Yeah, so like we said, $125 MSRP. Actually, quite a few bottles that they released this year. I think they said it was somewhere in the 137,000 range.
Yeah, it was a lot.
dang, so you flooded it.
Yeah, it was more, just a little bit more than what they had last year. But last year they also released Encore.
Right.
And so there was a whole hype thing around that. I think last year
Yeah.
we,
Encore was
we
crazy.
stood in
6
line for
hours.
6 hours.
Yeah.
And
It's so good,
my
though.
feet hurt.
Encore's
But
good.
yeah, no, that was
But
good.
listen, we all make sacrifices for whiskey.
True. We did make that sacrifice.
For those that don't know, this is actually Highwest's Rendezvous Rye, finished in tawny port barrels. And that's what gives it that kind of wine, like even off the nose. It's like a rich grape vibe coming off the nose. But that's what gives it the finish. That's what makes it different. But even the Rendezvous Rye, can we just detour for a second?
Sure.
The Rendezvous Rye is, in my opinion, one of Highwest's premier
Yeah.
That's great.
consistent offerings.
Yep.
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 Controversial, but I would choose Rendezvous Rye over Boo Rye.
Ooh.
Really?
Yes, every time. And Rendezvous Rye is way more available, cheaper, and
Yeah.
consistently very, very good.
Yeah.
Boo Rye is kind of up and down in my opinion.
Especially with the price increase that they brought.
But this
Yeah.
is a Rendezvous Rye base finished in those port barrels. What are
Isn't
you guys getting?
Blue Rye the same price now as this?
Yeah, because they brought it up. It went from 80 up to 125 to match this.
Yeah, I mean, I take this.
Slightly
over
different
Blu-ray.
time of year.
Yeah, but Blu-ray is like, I think, a multi, throughout the year they do
Yep.
like
Yep.
releases. So.
Very sweet. It's like it's like toast with jelly on it.
Oh wow, definitely getting jam.
Like buttered
For
toast
sure.
with some jelly, with some coffee. I mean, it doesn't taste like coffee, but this like
Oh, that's delicious.
it's very sweet,
That's very good. Good viscosity, coats the mouth.
Yeah.
which is something that I appreciate from Midwinters and some of their higher end ones, because some of their other, it's kind of
From Highwest.
thin. Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah.
Where this
I think that could definitely be said about their regular Highwest bourbon. Very thin, not very complex, but
like
you
this
get
a
to
lot.
this, and this is exceptionally
This
good.
is not disappointing me at all. I was worried about. Here's the thing. I always get worried because there is so much hype, and people are standing in line, and all of the things.
Yep.
I'm not disappointed about this at all. I actually quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's definitely that the jam note, like a raspberry, little bit of fig.
You've been quiet over here. You don't like it?
No, I bit my tongue earlier, and so whiskey into an open cut is like I gotta figure out the right side of my mouth to try to drink.
So we can't trust any of the
So my typical like how I like
any of the
drink, it's
tasting
like,
notes you've got
I'm like
are probably off.
Yeah.
This one's got a bit of blood on it.
This one tastes like pain.
Yeah. No, I mean I think compared to last
This
year's,
is better.
so I've had Act
This is
10
better.
pretty recently, and I think this is definitely better.
I really like this.
I think Act 9 still is up there for me.
Well, Act 10
But
didn't change the label. I don't think this time.
yeah, they did. Like I think it was Act 10 that they went to a different, more
Yeah, because Act 9 looked different,
colorful label.
right?
You know what?
So you got 9, 10, 11.
I actually think, to me, this tastes more. Encore. It doesn't taste. It tastes more like Encore than it does Act 10. I think, because Encore had a lot of that apricot, a lot of that sweet, whereas this kind of follows that. It's different, more of a raspberry-ish.
Yeah, no, raspberry pastry. Like you mentioned butter earlier on toast. So imagine like a turnover or some sort of raspberry tart, like a pie, raspberry pie, because it's got that butter crust.
But it's all very organic tasting. Like there's not any. I'm not getting anything artificial on it.
No, not at all. This is really, really good.
It smells really good too. Like
Yeah.
you get your nose just right
Good long finish.
Yeah.
Again, sitting around the fire when the snow's outside. Oh,
Man, I don't know.
This
I
is-
really like this.
this might be one of my favorite. I'm trying to think back through because we have several other bottles.
Yeah.
I think 8 was really high on my list.
Yeah.
I think 11 might be my favorite Midwinter Night's Dram.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to compare it to 9 because I think right now for me, from what I remember,
This is fantastic.
this is kind of the order of 9, 11, 10. But
But you don't. Yeah.
it could eke out on 9 for me.
Yeah.
Because
I think
8,
it
I
could.
think 8
I
we're
think it could.
remembering, because we had it a while ago,
A long time
ago.
Yeah.
We really liked it, but you know that like
We also went through that way too quick.
yeah, we did.
This is almost brandy-esque.
Yeah.
In my opinion, this is like got a really good. What's the proof on this? The intensity around this is really, really great. 49.3
Yeah.
times 2, so just under 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Not disappointing at all.
it's
This is
not.
great.
Yeah,
It's
not.
great. That's
All right.
fantastic.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, right? Like you're going for some people traveling to High West, right? So there's tons of people that
Which
make
is
the
an
journey.
experience.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
But you get something like this, like last year, I think there might have been some disappointment with Act 10 for some people.
Yeah.
Act 10 was a little underwhelming.
Yeah, and you
Just to
know
be really
they
honest.
released it with the encore that
Yep.
they did, and so there
Finished in what Encore was finished in white
Yeah.
port barrels. Regular Midwinter's finished in port barrels.
And I think there was some just thoughts of like, you know, was the effort not put into the
Right.
encore or to the Act 10 because they were doing encore. So I think this is back
so
to
good.
what I think Midwinter's Night Dram should be. And so we'll see what
You know
people
what
think.
I think intensity around this is so warming. Throat
Yeah.
like coats the throat. I think this is fantastic. I think, you know, snow's outside, kids have gone to bed, fire crackling. This is
Yep.
all the things
Yep.
that you
Yeah, this will be a great just fall, winter,
Yep.
snow
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
like just drink. All right,
So great.
Yeah,
I will say for me, I'm teetering between an S and an A+.
yeah,
It's very, very, very good. I'm gonna give it an A+.
okay. Yeah, I think I'm kind of in the same boat as you. Like if I was to compare this like grading to the other bottles, right? Like of Midwinter's bottles, like we'd have to check it, but it's close to the top for me. So like it would be like the top tier between all the Midwinters, right?
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
Out of whiskey, bourbon, rye, whatever,
General.
all that. I think an A+ is a great grade for it. You know, but that's also because I tend to like the higher proof stuff, right? So like,
Okay.
you know, so I'm gonna go A+ on mine
I
as
think that's
well.
why.
I think for me, this one is an S minus. And the only reason it's an S minus is actually because of proof. I think if we get this guy up 10, even 10 proof points to 110,
Yeah.
I think you're having an altogether different experience. However, I will still say that it is better, in my opinion, than past Midwinters. And so, for me, it's a buy every time. If you can get Act 11, you want it on your shelf, wintertime, snow falling, kids have gone to bed, pour yourself one. In my opinion, this is not something I'm going to reach for often, so it's going to last me a long time. And so I'm not going to regret buying it. For me, this is a great bottle.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
And we know it's still whiskey, and we like whiskey, so.
Yeah. Thanks, Rob, for picking it up.
Yes. Rob grabbing it for us.
Boy, Rob.
The fun track.
Making it happen.
Thank you, Rob. And for anyone else, we notice a lot of the people watching these videos aren't subscribed. So hit that subscribe button. You get to know when we release a new video. You get to see some of the extra content that we want to put out.
That's right.
Like, share, comment. YouTube likes that. They share with other people. So it just helps us out. We love you. Have a great time. Get this bottle. It's worth it.
You just say we love you. He was like,